Discussion on the rulings of giving zakat and the conditions for it becoming obligatory. Rulings on giving zakat. The meaning of the word zakat is purity or growth. In the terminology of Islamic Shariah, making a deserving person the owner of specific wealth, subject to specific conditions, is called zakat. Zakat is an important pillar or obligatory act, fard, of Islam. It is spent for the needy and the deprived. Through this, the bond of brotherhood and harmony between the poor and the rich becomes firm. In the Holy Quran, Allah Ta'ala has mentioned paying zakat alongside performing salat, prayer. Regarding this, Allah Ta'ala declares in His holy book, "Establish prayer, pay zakat, and lend to Allah a good loan. Whatever good you send forth for yourselves, you will find it with Allah as better and greater in reward." Surah Al-Muzammil. Allah Ta'ala says elsewhere, "Those who hoard gold and silver and do not spend it in the way of Allah, give them tidings of a painful punishment on the day when it will be heated in the fire of hell, and their foreheads, sides, and backs will be branded with it. It will be said, 'This is what you hoarded for yourselves, so taste what you used to hoard.'" Surah At-Tawbah. Regarding this, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Whoever Allah has given wealth but does not pay its zakat, on the day of resurrection, his wealth will be given the shape of a bald-headed, terrible, and powerful male snake with 2 black spots over its eyes. It will become a collar around his neck on the day of resurrection. It will bite his cheeks and say, 'I am your hoarded treasure, I am your wealth.'" Then the Prophet, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, recited this verse in support. "And let not those who covetously withhold of the gifts which Allah hath given them of His grace, think that it is good for them." Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih al-Muslim. Conditions for zakat becoming obligatory. For a person to pay zakat, they must adhere to certain conditions. If the following conditions are fully met, paying zakat becomes obligatory for a person. 1. The person must be a Muslim. Therefore, paying zakat is not obligatory upon a disbeliever, kafir, whether they are born as such or are a murtad, apostate, i.e. one who has renounced Islam. 2. The person must be free. Therefore, paying zakat is not obligatory upon a slave. 3. The person must be an adult. Therefore, paying zakat is not obligatory upon a minor, immature person. 4. The person must be of sound mind. Therefore, paying zakat is not obligatory upon an insane person. 5. The person must have full ownership of the wealth. Full ownership means the wealth must be in the person's possession and the person must hold proprietary rights over it. Therefore, if someone owns something that has not yet come into their possession, paying zakat on it will not be obligatory. For example, a wife's mahr, dower, before it comes into her possession. Thus, zakat is not obligatory on mahr that has not yet been received. Again, if wealth is in a person's possession but is not under their ownership, such as a debtor who has another's wealth in their custody, there is no zakat on it. 6. The owned wealth must reach the nisab, minimum threshold, amount. If someone's wealth does not reach the nisab amount, paying zakat will not be obligatory upon them. The nisab varies due to the differences in the types of wealth on which zakat must be paid. 7. The wealth must be in excess of the wealthy person's basic necessities. Therefore, paying zakat is not obligatory on residential houses. Clothing, household furniture, vehicles, and weapons used for personal use. Zakat is not obligatory on machinery used to aid production. Similarly, zakat is not obligatory on books used for acquiring knowledge. However, if the books are for business purposes, paying zakat on them becomes obligatory. 8. The wealth must be free from debt. If a person has such an amount of debt that it covers the nisab or reduces the nisab, meaning if that amount is paid, a nisab does not remain or it falls below the nisab, then paying zakat will not be obligatory upon them. 9. The wealth must be of a growing nature. Whether the wealth is actually growing, like livestock, or qualitatively growing, like gold or silver. Gold and silver are considered growing wealth regardless of whether they are bullion or not, or whether they are in the form of jewelry or utensils. Paying zakat on them is obligatory. If not intended for business, paying zakat is not obligatory on precious stones and gems, such as pearls, rubies, and emeralds. These gems are neither actually growing nor qualitatively growing.